There are certain things in life that you just know are gonna be bad, like gas station sushi, or buying a used mattress off Craigslist, or trusting a DC reboot to actually stick the landing. And to that cursed little list, we can now officially add Superman 2025, a movie so bizarrely uneven, it feels like it was stitched together by a committee of Reddit threads, marketing interns, and whatever hallucinations James Gunn had after eating expired tacos. This was supposed to be the big comeback, right? The fresh start, the clean slate, new Superman, new suit, new universe, new hope. Yeah, well, hope cold and sick. From the opening scene, you can tell something's off. Like, Superman saves a cat out of a tree. Classic. But then immediately punches a tank into space in the same 45 seconds. And follows that up by talking about foreign policy while eating a sandwich. The tone is basically confused. Like the movie does not know if it wants to be a heartfelt reboot or a political YouTube essay with heat vision. And I get it. James Gunn wants Superman to be about kindness. Cool. Great. Love that for us. But you can't spend 2 hours smashing buildings, blowing up fictional countries, and then tack on a line about how the real power is love and expect it to hit. That's basically like giving someone a hug after running over their dog. Now let's talk about the story, or the salad bar of half-baked ideas pretending to be a story. There's a war going on in some made-up country. Superman is basically trying to play peacekeeper. Lex Luthor is doing shady billionaire things and also, for some reason, kidnapping Superman's dog, Krypto, which he holds hostage like it's a John Wick spin-off. We get superhero cameos flying in from every single direction. Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and even Supergirl pops up in for 40 seconds like she got lost on the way to her own movie. It's less a story and more like a group project where nobody read the brief. And the tone? All over the place. One moment, Clark's getting relationship advice from his mom while playing fetch with Krypto, and the next, he's laser eyeing rebels into dust. There is one particular scene where Superman has a heartfelt talk with Lois about his feelings, while standing in front of the smouldering remains of a village. And I'm not joking. The pacing is whiplash inducing. There are times it feels like someone hit fast forward. Emotional moments don't land because they are immediately undercut by a joke, or worse, a musical montage. There is even a training sequence with Krypto that feels like it belongs in a Pixar short, not a 200 whopping million blockbuster. Now the acting. David Cornsweet, our new Superman, is fine. He's got the jawline, he smiles a lot, he does the job. He's charming enough and actually tries to be human, which I appreciate. But he's constantly being yanked between scenes that want him to be goofy Clark Kent, and others that want him to be Space Jesus. It's like the movie can't decide what version of Superman it wants. And Rachel Brosnahan as Lois? Decent, I guess, but she spends half the movie being sidelined or looking vaguely concerned. Her chemistry with Superman is about as electric as 2 slices of wet toast. There is this one moment where she confesses her love to him after he saves a baby goat or something, and I audibly said her out loud in the theatre. Now let's talk the legendary Daddy Lex. Nicholas Hoult is actually the most interesting part of the movie. He plays Lex Luthor like a mix between Zuckerberg and a Bond villain with dad issues. He's creepy, he's manipulative, he gets some genuinely good lines, but even he feels wasted because half his plan revolves around trolling Superman emotionally, like an evil therapist with a drone army. And the visual effects? Mixed bag. Some of the flight scenes look amazing. The suit is decent, it's alright. They finally brought the red trunks back, and the internet rejoiced like we just discovered fire again. But then the CGI monsters? Yikes. There's a giant insect alien thing in the third act that looks like it was made in 2009 on a Nintendo Wii. Even the lighting looks wrong in some shots. Like, why does Metropolis sometimes look like it's inside a tanning bed? But the biggest problem is the messes. Gunn said, This was going to be about kindness, about love, about being better. And then you have Superman kill someone on purpose on screen. I'm not saying Superman should never fight, but there is a difference between stopping the bad guy and snapping a dude's neck while giving a speech about compassion. You cannot have it both ways. You can't call him the symbol of hope and then make him do stuff that even Batman would side eye. Then there is the politics. Oh boy. Superman gets dragged into international disputes. He literally topples a foreign dictator. There are scenes where people argue about American imperialism, while Superman floats in the sky like he's about to drop a TED talk. It doesn't help that Gon went on interviews talking about Superman being an immigrant and half the internet lost their minds. You had one side cheering him like it's the second coming and the other calling him woke Kal-El. Memes flew. Twitter exploded. Fox News even called it super woke. Like we were watching CNN with a cape. Honestly, you would have been fine with it if the movie committed. But it waffles, just like I'm doing right now. It brings up deep themes and then immediately jumps to a fart joke with crypto. It's like trying to have a serious discussion during recess. Speaking of crypto, he's the emotional core of the movie, which is a problem when your emotional core is a CGI dog that pees on a villain's boot in one scene and does backflips to Taylor Swift in another. He's cute, yes, but this isn't Airbot Kryptonian Edition. The tone is just all over the map. You also feel the studio panic, like there are reshoots. You can see the reshoots. Different lighting, different wigs. Entire plot threads just vanished in thin air. At one point, there is a big setup that Supergirl is gonna do something important and then poof, gone. Characters just disappear. Like, where did Guy Gardner go? Did he have a new subplot? Nope, off screen. Probably at Starbucks. The ending is confusing. Superman gives a speech about unity and rebuilding, and suddenly everyone puts down their guns and claps. Lex Luthor just walks off. No trial, no jail. Just strolls away in a fancy coat like it's a perfume ad, and the credits roll. You left there sitting there wondering. That's it? That's the big new DCU launch? I haven't even touched the soundtrack. There is a weird needle drop moment where Superman flies off to Billie Eilish. Like, imagine the most epic heroic moment and then it's accompanied by whisper pop. What are we doing? Now look, it's not all bad as I make it sound to be. There are fun moments. There is a scene where Superman eats lunch with his co-workers and actually acts like a normal guy. There are jokes that actually land. There is one particular gag where he keeps trying to stop a mugger but keeps getting interrupted. And that is genuinely funny. And visually, there are some impressive scenes. The Ice Fortress is beautiful. The Smallville flashbacks are nice. But those moments are buried under so much chaos, so much noise, so much trying to be everything to everybody. You can feel the pressure on this movie, the weight of expectations, and instead of making a clean, tight personal Superman film, they made a roller coaster of please like me energy that just exhausts you. This movie is trying so hard to be modern, inclusive, political, funny, romantic, thrilling, nostalgic, and a fresh start. And in the end, it ends up being a messy, confused, well-meaning but deeply flawed reboot. Would I watch it again? Probably not. Would I recommend it? Only if you're curious. Is it the worst Superman movie? Nope. But it's not the best either. Honestly, Superman 2025 is like that guy at a party who keeps changing his personality depending on who he's talking to. You don't hate him, but you definitely don't trust him either. Anyway, that is all I got. Go watch The Iron Giant if you want to remember why we loved Superman in the first place. Peace out.